Before this video starts, I do want to say that this is my first ever review video of any kind, and it was actually pretty fun writing a script, getting the clips from my Twitch streams, and just recording on its own, especially these voiceovers. Other than that, I hope you enjoy this video, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you. I first got my glimpse of VR in 2016 through YouTube videos, and I was blown away with how cool VR was, and I became jealous of any of my friends who got one throughout high school. Ever since then, I'd always wanted a VR headset, and fortunately enough, in 2020, I got my hands on a Quest 2. So when I got back to the dorm room after riding my bike back from Target, I just stood in the common room for at least 30 minutes messing around with the demo alone for the Quest. I had the widest smile on my face I'd probably had for that entire year. Thankfully, none of my roommates are home, or they would have seen me throwing an invisible paper airplane, looking like a complete crack addict that you see on the side of the road. We'll do a little flash forward to 2022, and now I use my headset almost every day, and I still have that giddy smile on me even when I do the simplest thing, such as charging a BAR in H3VR, slashing some blocks in Beat Saber at 12 AM, or even just talking to some random people in VR chat. There's just something innately fun about standing in a room while talking to someone who lives in a different state or even country, and in my opinion it feels, and please put this in quotes, human, than calling up someone on the phone. And I can thoroughly believe someone if they say that VR chat or VR in general has helped them out tremendously throughout the pandemic. Heck, I can say it even helped me through it. With that being said, VR has been some of the most fun I've had with video games in the past few years and has kept my video game burnout at bay. For the most part, I still experience it every once in a while, it's only natural. Now it's time for the main part of the video, so sit back and relax while I do some short reviews on 3 of the VR titles that I'll never uninstall from my computer. Also in this video, I'll do a little review on how to download mods and install them for H3 VR and Beat Saber. Other than that, hope you enjoy the video. The first game I'm going to be reviewing is VR Chat, but only as a VR player and not as a desktop player. As I'm making this video, I've been pretty addicted to VR Chat. I play it off and on throughout the week, up to 3 hours a day, and in some cases even more. There is just something so fascinating about how much fun I can have with complete strangers that I'll most likely never see or hear from ever again. It can be quite a coin flip when you join a world, as on one hand it can be pure chaos when you join, but then on the other, it can be pretty calm and you can start a conversation right away about anything. The best part about these conversations is that they can feel quite immersive and real, for lack of a better term, especially if the other people you are talking to are also using headsets, as it allows for the mannerisms of that person to show, like gesturing with their hands, rocking back and forth, stretching, etc. Anything, you name it. That's what makes the game that much more fun and lets you know that you're actually talking to a real person, disregarding of where they live or what they look like. Unfortunately, VR Chat is not a perfect game, and it does have its ups and downs due to its freedom of conversing, as you can get people who purposely crash your game, or blasting music or videos, or even just straight being toxic. But on some occasions, you can have some of the best conversations that make the hours fly by, and I can vouch for this part as I stayed in the same world for a whole session, talking to the same group of people and had a blast. Another amazing thing about VR Chat is the sheer amount of creativity within the community, in the world you can visit, and even the avatars you can have, despite some of them being utter cringe or, suggestive. So far, my favorite worlds are the Black Cat, Test Pilots, and Sovereign's Chill Home. In the Black Cat, I usually go and find the Goose plush and mess around with him a little bit. I usually use him as a comedy piece, while I also have the Goose avatar equipped. It is pretty funny, in my opinion at least. Test Pilots is just as it entails, a world where you can fly planes or even jets, either vibing in them or having intense dogfights with other people. I've had a few with my time being on that world. My favorite plane right now is that little single prop one. I believe it's a Piper Tomahawk. I should know this, I'm kind of going to school for that stuff. The reason why I like it is that you don't have to worry about too much about going too fast while banking and exploding, which is a thing in that world. I learned that the hard way. So I usually just relax while flying that plane around the world, and no one really bothers me, as I'm either way too small for them to see, or they just know that I'm not going to go and chase them and, destroy their plane. Inside a Sovereign's Chill Home is where I've had some of the best conversations, and the longest. And I've also made some few virtual friends throughout that world, either while drawing, playing beer pong, or just going up and starting a conversation with them. That just about wraps it up for VR Chat. I can thoroughly say, although being a VR Chat beginner, that there will be a world for you if you've never played before. There's anything from Uno, flying jets, obstacle courses, virtual cooking, movie nights, even playing mini golf, which is one of my other favorites. And out of all the games that I've played, VR chat will always be installed on my computer, just like these next two games I'll be talking about. Now that we're done with that, let's talk about shooting some sausages with wacky boomsticks in H3 VR. Whoa, hold up for a second. OSR Seagull here. Before I do this review, I do want to put a disclaimer right here, because I haven't played all the game modes to warrant a full review, so I'll do it on the modes that I play all the time. Now back to you, Recording Seagull. If my memory serves me right, H3 VR, or Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades, was one of the first VR games that I watched back in 2016, with Job Simulator and I Expect You to Die. As of right now, H3 VR is my most played VR game with about 100 hours in it, even though Steam says I only have less than 60. This is all thanks to a weird modding issue I've been having for the past couple of months. In all my years of gaming, H3 VR has taken the prize for the most mods installed, over New Vegas, Skyrim, and even Minecraft. These mods can range anywhere from new take and hold characters, we'll get to that, small tweaks, guns, helmets, and even grenades. The community that makes these mods and tweaks are one of the few online communities that I still follow up to this day. And it's really cool to see some people talk about the mods they're making, getting advice on them, people's clips of wacky glitches, or even people making the joke guns in real life with some success. Overall, it is a great community with little to no toxic cringy people on the subreddit. Well, I personally haven't seen any. So here's a little bit on how to get mods into your game. To get mods into your game, if you've never done it before or you just need a quick refresher, you first need a mod manager. As for me, I use R2 Modman because it's the most recommended one for being easy to use, and you can download it from GitHub. All you have to do basically is type in R2 Modman. It's either going to be a GitHub link or to a web page, and then after downloading it, all you have to do is extract the file. Once it's extracted, you want to open the application, and then it'll tell you what game do you want to mod. So obviously you want to click H3VR. There are a few other ones, but H3VR is the main focus. After that, you need to make a mod profile. There is a default one. I usually have separate mods, usually debugging tools in one, and then I have just all the random stuff in the other. So the next thing you want to do is click on the tab that says Online, as that will be the tab that will bring you to all the mods. So after clicking Online, it'll bring you to a whole list of mods, and then you can start downloading to your heart's content. Some of them will download other dependencies. That's why when you see ones that say toolkit or other stuff, debugging tool, they're usually at the top because they're dependencies of other mods. Other than that, that's it for modding. It's fairly simple. Hope you guys have a good time slaying some sausages. Out of all the game modes / maps, I play Take and Hold the most. And if you've no idea what I'm talking about, I'll simplify it by saying that it's basically a mode where you play as a special agent that you choose before the game starts, infiltrating a highly secured area, defending hard points, and destroying encryption nodes that spawn in the area. Now I'll show you a little clip of what Take and Hold looks like. This was taken from one of my streams, so that's why you'll see the overlay on there. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need melee. Get that out of here. Oh my god, an RPK. Wait. The hell? Come on. There we go. God damn. Dude, I got 2 Russian machine guns already off the bat. Right, RPD? RPD, yeah. RPK is the AK. Well, you know what I mean. Holy hell, this has a high rate of fire. Wait, alright, did reset it, nice. I do like this minimap better because it's a lot bigger and I can actually see a little bit more of where I'm going. So I know, I'm not going to get the shop, I already have the best gun. Yeah, definitely not an IPK. I corrected myself before I checked. I did, I remembered.
What's going on over here?
You know what that is, the juxtaposition is? We played the old Take and Hold with an old Russian machine gun. Now we're playing with the newer Take and Hold with a newer Russian machine gun. I know it's not exactly that new. If I'm correct, yeah, this came like way, yeah, this came after, of course. There's the DP-28 for a reason.
Hold this position.
Right? Yeah.
Analyzing system.
This thing's got tracers on it, hell yeah. It's gonna suck when I have to reload this.
Static encryption detected. Neutralizing.
And one more. I said, and one hand.
Encryption
One more.
neutralized. Hold successful. Data extracted.
Oh, it's almost out of ammo, I think.
3 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
Oh, whoops. Hopefully that clip showed you what Taken Hold looks like. You can't really get the full experience unless you play it yourself. Another thing I like about H3VR is the amount of chaos and hilarity that can ensue while playing. For example, one of the first nights of playing and figuring out the controls and mechanics, I spawned in the muzzleloader pistol, and for some shits and giggles, I loaded up with so much gunpowder as I wanted to see if the gun would explode. Lo and behold, it did. Another example of this happening is when I play Taken Hold, and it's usually when I wander around the halls and then a patrol of sausages start shooting at me. I usually try to charge them with my vast array of guns, only to hear a click of an empty gun, and then to be straight blasted by these hot dogs and ending my run. Ooh, or another thing, if I ever want to express how American I am, either in private or on stream, I'll load into the 45 range or the Arizona map, talk about some of the guns I'm knowledgeable in, while shooting some of the most insane things like a minigun or a Mark 19 in one hand and a BAR in the other. Need a pistol. You know when people say, "Dear God, no," you know, it's always good to, you gotta have to have a grenade launcher, right? A grenade launcher and a gun. But what happens if you can combine both at the same time? Perfect. One shot. Oh God! I was like, what? I need to get into modding. That would work so well. This is a simulation. You know what they say in Battlefront 2? Just like the simulations. God, if you did that, your hand would be exploded because the case would just explode. You would have shrapnel in your hand. God, you guys seen what is it? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly with what's his name? Not Harrison Ford. Old Man McGee. What's his name? I'm honestly forgetting his name. Clint Eastwood. So you know how he has like his BFR, right? I don't know if he actually does in the movie. Never seen it. This is how he wins that last fight at the end. He goes like, "You're dead meat," and then you have all of the guys here. He pulls out his revolver, pulls out his 40 Mike, which definitely existed back 100 years ago, and he just kills him like that. Perfect. God damn. I almost caught it. There are other game modes as well, such as Boomski, the Gunnasium, the Meat Grinder, and more. Boomski is when you take skee ball and bump up the freedom to 100 by using grenades instead of the skee balls to knock down the targets. It's a good game mode to sit back and relax and take a break from all the shooting and let my hands uncramp from holding that grip button for such a long period of time. For all my Splinter Cell fans, the Gunnasium is the perfect map for you. You get to climb around an obstacle course while shooting targets, all while being timed. I like to think of it as the gauntlet from Titanfall 2, and I get way too immersed and then I forget that I have a fan and whack it with the Might of Zeus while trying to fling myself upwards. My hand still kind of hurts just thinking about it. Now, the last game mode I want to talk about is the Meat Grinder, which is not what you think of it as first. But instead, it is actually a horror game mode where you have limited ammo, a light, and a melee weapon, and you have to trek through a randomly generated maze. Think of it as The Cube, the one from 1997, I believe that's the good one, with horror wieners, and honestly, it's pretty scary as I'm a huge wimp. That's why I never play horror games on stream. In the end, I highly recommend this game to anyone who has a headset, but be careful, especially if you get motion sickness easily. It is very jarring the first time you play, the movement is a little wonky, and it can get pretty fast, especially once you start sprinting or jumping. Thankfully, there are some comfort settings, such as snap turning, teleportation, but if you have an iron stomach like me, you can go right ahead into the fastest movement speed. The jumping still does get me, as my brain still can't figure out exactly what's going on. Now, after talking about all that hot dog meaty fun, I really want to play a music-based game where you hit blocks in time with the music. I think I know the perfect game for that. It's called Beat Saber. If you couldn't tell what the next game we'll be talking about is, then you might need to get your hearing checked. As of this day, Beat Saber is still one of the best-selling VR games, and games in general, on Steam, and there's a good reason for that. The reason is that it combines 3 activities into one nice cohesive package. A fun VR game, listening to music, and exercise. Well, kind of. It makes me feel good about playing a video game for hours on end. With how long I've been playing VR games, I'm still pretty new to Beat Saber as of January 2022. I don't regret getting the game. The only thing I do regret is that I should have gotten it so much sooner, as I have fallen in love with this game. And I can totally see why people have fallen in love with it too. Literally the first day, or rather night of playing, was the longest so far I've played Beat Saber and VR in general, a whopping 4 hours in total. Not even VR chat has gone that long. I usually stop at the 3-hour mark, or 3.5 hours. The day after that, I had the worst headache I've had for a while, yet I went right back into playing it after my classes were over, and also played for another, I think, about 2 hours that night, and I had to take a few days off of VR to finally get my eyesight back from staring at that screen so close. And right off the bat, I should say that if anyone is thinking of getting Beat Saber, I highly recommend it. But before you do that, you do need to install some of your own custom songs. Although it's still fun to some extent, the base songs aren't the best that the game has to offer. To install these mods, the first thing you have to do is search up Beat Saber Mod Assistant, that's what I did, and then you follow the install instructions from there. So after you install it, you want to make sure that the Mod Assistant is installed into your Beat Saber folder, so that the songs will actually be imported into your game once you start it up. You can do this by opening the Options tab and selecting the folder and finding out where you install the game. Another important thing is to make sure that you have one-click install enabled, which makes it so much easier and faster to download maps and songs. All you have to do is go to the Options tab, and there should be a little section that says enable one-click install, and you want to do that and make sure that everything is checkmarked in the boxes that show up. After that, you need to create an account on bsaber.com. It would only take about 1 to 2 minutes. I will also link this site in the description, along with the one for H3VR. After making your account, you can then search for songs in the search bar. Take in mind that they won't have every song you're looking for, but they'll have almost everything. Then once you find the song that you want to download, there should be these little icons. There is one that looks like a little cloud with an arrow coming out of the bottom. Click it, and then a window will pop up and says that the song is downloading or has been downloaded. They go pretty fast. Now that you have some of your favorite songs downloaded, you are now ready to play. So then just boot up Beat Saber, go to this solo play, and there should be a little heart icon that says custom songs, and then play to your heart's content. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys who've never done that before. Now let's get to my review of the game. So far I only have 18 hours on the game, but if you put that into perspective of 3 to 4 minute songs, that's quite a bit of mileage that I put on my headset just in this game alone. Right now, some of my favorite songs are Beat Saber classics such as Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, Rip Pants, and Lone Digger. I know, kind of cringed I'm saying these, but they're pretty fun to play because of how fast they go and just how focused you have to be to play them. As the times go on, I will be adding some more songs to my repertoire, but as of right now, I have about 30 songs already on there that I play constantly. And out of all of those songs, only a few of them I can do all the way through without missing a block. And those are the ones that I have previously mentioned, along with Baka Mitai. If you've never watched or played anything related to Beat Saber, the premise of this game is to hit blocks with your sabers to the beat of the song you're listening to, and to dodge bombs and walls. In the game, there are 5 difficulty levels that are in the base game. The modes are Easy, Normal, Hard, Expert, and Expert Plus. But certain downloaded maps have their own nomenclature for the song, depending on what genre or what the person made them for. For example, Sea Shanty 2 from RuneScape has names that are related to things like bronze, iron, dragon, etc. All the RuneScape materials. As mentioned before, I play most of these songs on Expert, unless they don't go that high. I have a few that only go up to medium, or they seem like they only go up to medium. And this is perfect for me because they still have enough challenge, and I can get a good sense of achievement when I complete a song after practicing it for a while. The thing with each of the difficulty modes as you increase is the number of blocks, walls, and bombs that you may have to dodge. Easy has at least half than Expert Plus and the slowest blocks, while Expert Plus has the fastest, most blocks, and the most obstacles to avoid. Easy mode is for people, or at least in my opinion, who are completely new to VR in general and that get motion sickness easily. Or they're for the people who are little babies that are afraid of doing anything challenging. I can equate them to the people who ask for the damn chicken tenders at every dang restaurant they go to, or order the quote-unquote safest option, like a damn white person would, alright? Alright, enough of that, sorry, that was a little rant. Normal/medium is still an easy way for people to get into the game, while hard is honestly, in my opinion, the best place to start for all newcomers in Beat Saber, as it's decently fast and decently challenging. Oh, another thing I almost forgot was there are different ways to actually play the game. What I mean by this is that you can either choose to play with 1 or 2 sabers, have a 90, the regular, or 360-degree playing field, or even just sit back and watch the pretty lights in the light show mode. I don't usually play any of those extra modes. They usually give me hella nausea from moving my head and trying to make sense from where the blocks are, especially in 360 mode where I have to literally go around my room. I'm always afraid of knocking over something on my desk or straight up punching my bed or wall. And for the life of me, I still can't play Expert Plus, and every time I boot up the game, I think, yeah, today is the day I can play the song on Expert Plus. Then, a few seconds later, I pause the game, only to rethink my life choices, and promptly lower the difficulty back to Expert. Some of the obstacles that you have to look out for are walls and bombs. A wall looks like a translucent rectangle with some undulations throughout it, and if you don't dodge the wall in time, the music will go quiet or almost completely muted, and you lose your combo, and some of your health bar drains pretty damn quickly. While bombs, on the other hand, look closer to the mines from Minesweeper, and once you hit them, you lose health and break your combo as well. Here is a little demonstration of what these obstacles look like in gameplay. This time I will be doing Ripped Pants from SpongeBob. Hopefully this is not copyrighted, and also that's the only song that I know exactly where the bombs are. And I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what the walls look like in Beat Saber. I'm just going to use Ripped Pants because I don't think YouTube would pick it up or copyright claim the video. But yeah, there's only 14, it's right at the beginning, but I'll just show you what it looks like. Then after that I'll move on to bombs. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
I thought that I had everybody
So, I'm going to go in this one. It mutes it, and if you saw right there, my health bar dropped so fast. Just imagine if you weren't paying attention. Or if you're just on a good run and you just completely messed up, because some walls do more health damage or a lot faster, especially the faster ones. And if you also, if I had a combo, I would have lost it as well. Well, that's what walls look like. Now I'll move on to bombs. See you in the next clip. So I just showed you the wall clip. Now you know what that looks like and how it affects the game. It does add on obstacles, some of them you have to crouch down to. And then now I'll show you bombs. These ones also do some health damage if you watch down there. And they also mess up your combo. So let's see, they're going to be near the end, so it might be a little jump cut right here, near to the end. Alright, so the bombs are going to be coming up. Right now I'm doing a practice run, that's why my combo is so low, just so I know where it is. And if you see, I'm going to hit them purposely, so you know what happens. And watch my health bar right there. You see how it goes? It went to almost about half with just 4. And I was right, it was near the end of the song. There we go. Hopefully those clips clarified if you were confused or you never played before about what the bombs do and what the walls do. Anyway, back over to you, non-VR Seagull. Peace. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. And actually, throughout this recording and editing, the new update was released. And along with it came some new blocks and mechanics. And I do have a little clip of that as well, and I'll play that right here. Alright, this will be my first look at the new update, version 1.2 I believe. Yeah, 1.2. and the new OST, and I'm guessing it's this one, obviously, since it has 5. It's the 5th OST, and it says new. And I think that's the only one that also has the new block updates, the chain blocks. I have only seen a picture of like the ones that look like separate little boxes, like a tail. But I think that's it. But I did read a little, there is like another extra thing. So let's get into it, and let's hope I don't suck. Alright, everything is recording. Fairly simple. Don't want to bust out the new thing already. Almost hit that with the wrong saber. Nice, I like that. I like little things like that where it goes quick. Really thought right here at that drop. It would have been time. Ah, damn. Damn, I missed that one. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I guess I get a bonus point to like follow those tails. These trails. How the hell did I do that? I think I didn't miss a single one on that one. Oh, this is nice. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, look at that. Because you actually have to follow it. I don't know if you get, bonus points if you do that. Yeah, I think it does. If you see at the bottom there. Oh, never mind. I thought I would. Maybe if you don't follow it, you get lose your combo, but also I've been sucking. It's fun. I get it. Damn, I can't wait for new custom songs. You can use this. This opens up so much of a possibility. How did I not miss any right there? That's a white people have happy moment right there. I messed up. Man, okay, that was a little weird. I'm getting kind of confused because I'm watching those trails with my eyes instead of just following it with the saber, like my peripheral. I'm just swinging wildly now. Okay. Oop. Okay. Not bad. That was actually kind of fun. Let's see, not bad. Yeah, I'll practice that some more. Can't wait for new songs. That would be nice. Like custom songs? Damn. Yeah, I did on No Fail, because trust me, I would have. That was good. I really liked that. I completely forgot to give my full review of it in VR, so I'll just give a little bit right now. After playing that, I can't wait to see what the community will do with the new songs, or even remapping old songs. Honestly, when playing that, I haven't felt that much of a difference with the chain blocks compared to the regular blocks that are somewhat in a chain or looped together. Hopefully, the custom songs will take more of an advantage to that. On the other hand, the arc mechanic adds exactly what I wanted and adds what I like to call a somewhat smoothness or polish to the gameplay and adds another challenge to it as well. To finish this review off, I would say that if you've never played before, you definitely should, as not only it is fun to swing your arms like a spazzed out monkey, but it's also another way to get a good sweat going while playing a video game. That's it for what I wanted to say about Beat Saber. Other than that, it's time to end the video, and I'll see you in the outro. Unfortunately, Beat Saber was the last game I will be talking about in this video, but I believe these 3 snippet reviews were just enough for my first ever review video. Hopefully, because of this video, I also swayed your decision into picking up some of these games for yourself and having a great time with them, or even discovering a whole new medium to play games if you never tried VR before. Oh, and here's one little tip for new VR users. I would recommend VR chat, as it is probably the best gateway game into VR since there's nothing too intense, depending on the world obviously, about standing and talking to people unless you have balancing issues or are unable to stand, of course. With that being said, this brings the video to a close, and I hope you enjoyed my first ever review video. If you did, please drop a like and maybe subscribe since you'll be down there. Most of these clips were from my Twitch streams at twitch.tv/c_goldtv. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well, and I stream there every Saturday and Sunday at 7 PM Pacific Standard Time, and every once in a while I do go live on Fridays. I hope to see you over there, and if you want to, you can give me a follow. I will also greatly appreciate that. Once again, if you got this far into the video, I hope you have a great rest of your day, afternoon, or night, and I'll see you in the next video.